See, alright, so first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashami, Oshai, Ba'ashama, Kakodash. We sit among the apostles and elders agreements and our well teachers of apostles in the truth, and we see salutations, holy Akam, to the pushing truth and trade the day and the out, concerning season, we say Shalom. Once again, going into a video here, and it's basically touching upon how, if they're not with the Lord, they're against the Lord, and referencing to how it is that your family or your so-called friends or whoever it is that you think may be around you, how they basically against you, and basically what they are is your enemy. Especially when you're in the truth, you understand? Especially when you fall in the Lord. These people are not doing the same thing with you, not following the same thing and being with you. They are against it, and it's basically what your enemy. You understand? Whether it be of your household, again, a man household shall be what his enemies. The scriptures also tell you that it shall be, it will be betrayed. You know what? Let me bring on that. This is Luke chapter 21 verse 16. You see, and ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinsfolks and friends, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death. So one time you had to watch these people as well, your enemies, whether they be of your family, friends, or whoever it is. You had to watch them as your enemies, because that is what they are. They are your enemies. And I was sparking this topic. I was watching the elder from Carolina using a video upon how it is someone was messaging some brothers work and telling them out, sending them links to the videos and so forth. So just to show that anybody around you, majority of the people that are around you, that once they know in this truth, there's what considered they basically are enemy to you, right? Because that is the things that they would do, especially in times that we coming in. You know, they would deliver you up. They would some of them will pay you to death. You understand? Thinking they're doing a good work, not knowing they're not doing a good work, right? And you know what I would try? I remember that video where it's a particular girl where she didn't want to take the job, right? She didn't want to take the job, and her family called the police on her to lock her up. You understand? And the reason why I brought that up is to show you the same way with this. The time that we coming in too, we wouldn't be abiding, we wouldn't be following, we would speak out against. You understand? And we wouldn't do the things the rest of the world be doing. So obviously, we to them we are their enemies, and to us they are our enemies. So there's the things that they would do. They would sell us out. They would deliver us up. Put us to death. But this is sure that them that not serving with you, watch them as the enemies. Because that is what they are. That is what they are. You understand? So this is Matthew chapter 12 verse 30. It says, he that is not with me is against me. And that is the thing. That is Yahweh Shai saying that. It written in red. Right? It says, he that is not with me is against me. Right? It's against me. And he that gathereth not with me scattereth abroad. And that is just straight to the point. I even need to bring on that, but that is just straight. They say, he that is not with me is against me. So you say we be on a path with Yahweh Shai. If someone is not on a path, they're against it. I need to see it. You say you might be doing the right thing and they doing the wrong thing. You understand? You staying away from something, but they would do the things you're staying away from. So we feel going to happen in the time to come. You understand? When and as always draw back this reference, when that MOTB come on the scene, right? We feel they're going to do. They're going to take it. And they knowing that you is this, you speaking against this thing, you're not going to take it, they would deliver you up. They would sell you out. You understand? As I say here, as Scripture says, you shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren. So these two-thirds of them, they are not your friends. They are not on the same path with you. They are their enemies. And that is what you have to watch them as. So you see, he that is not with me is against me. Right? Now, so I was watching a video here. Right. So let's bring this here. The word enemy, right? A person who is actively opposed or hostile to someone or something. So a person who is actively opposed. So what they are against. You understand? So once they're against Yahweh Shai, they're against us. So then what are they? They are our enemies. And that is what the other word Jama is. It's not the friends, it's not the brethren and so forth. They are your enemies. right? Same way Esau is the enemy, right? Because they're against it. The same way the word is 2/3. You understand? So it come from, so when you look up the Middle English, right, from Old French, it's a Latin, right? Inimicus, from in, not amicus, friend. So it's not a friend. So do we consider what? An enemy? And the Lord tell you who is what? Who is a friend? Who the Lord tell you is a family? Is who doing what? Who doing the will of the Lord? That is who you consider a friend. You understand? That is who you consider family, who doing the will. So once they're not doing the will, right? As it say here, as going back to what? Going back to the he that is not with me is against me. So there is what? An enemy. You understand? Not a friend. Right? So some people feel that's because, you know, the family, you know, just deal with them or love them. You understand? Or just because the family bearing with them, they believe that they go help them. No, anytime to come, your family gonna watch out for themselves, right? They gonna watch out for themselves. You feel them at time to take to them going to sell you out. If they know it's to protect themselves, they're going to sell you out. And that is what the word Jamas, an enemy. And son, especially these 2/3. Right? I'm gonna bring on next scripture here. This is John chapter 15, verse 19. Right? It say, if ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you. And that is the thing. If the world hated you, that is what it is. There's an enemy on here. Okay, say if you were of the world would love his own. Because if you were, they would love you, and you see that. But just because he is not of the world, he ain't doing any things you're doing, he ain't following any things you're doing, and what he would do is speak out against the things you're doing, you know, and the things to come, the things you would believe in, and so forth. So yes, these people are your enemies. So you say if you were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you. So if the world hated you, what that means? They're not with you, they're against you. And being against you, they become one, yeah, enemy. That way it says, when you look at the word enemy, it means what? Not a friend, or a person who is actively opposed, right? So that means they'll be against you. Right? Verse 20 say, remember the word that I have said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. And if they are persecuted me, they will persecute you. And if they are kept my saying, they will keep yours also. Right? He said, but all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me. And that is where it is. So what I say, so if it say remember the word that I say unto you, that the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. So that is where the word should upon. You understand? Because that is just what the 2/3 and they're going to do. It's and if they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. So if they keep the Lord saying, they will do it. Right? And you would see that them that kept the Lord saying, you would see that yes, they would keep this. Them that kept the saying, they would be doing the same thing you be doing. But majority of the people around you did not. And you, to them, you are their enemy. You understand? You are their enemy. But you doing the good thing. You understand? You teaching, you prophesying, you doing the things that the Lord tell us to do. Right? But to them, you're their enemy because you're speaking out against them. That's what the scripture say. But if you are of the world will love his own. You're not of the world. So they're not going to love you. Understand? They would what? They hate you. Right? They would hate you. Right, let me draw my 2 verse 18 and say what? It say if the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. And that is the thing, they hate the Lord. So what you feel it is going to do unto you, they would hate you. You understand? They would hate you. That's why going back to the word enemy, you see a person who's actively opposed or hostile to someone or something, right? It's hate. It's a one that is antagonist to another, one seeking to injure, overthrow, or confound an opponent. It's a one who hates. One who hates. One who hates, so that is what it is. There's your enemies. And it says, if the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you, and that is what it is. There's an enemy they hate. So obviously they're against the Lord, they're not with the Lord, and the Lord mentioned that. If they're not with him, they're against him. Right? So don't feel these people as your friends. Right? Don't feel these people as your friends. What they are is your enemies. Right? They're your enemies. Because they are not of their own. And any times to come, they would deliver you up, they would hand you up. And you know what? That might be my next video. I will try to find by the video where the family was they deliver up their daughter to the police. You understand? And that is when you see those kind of things, you expect that the kind of things you expect what your own family, your people around you are going to do. Because again, Yahweh Shai tell you, make it plain fair, who is your family? Then but do the will. Everybody else, you have to watch them. Right? You have to watch them. Because they against you. They're not for you. So with that, we give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Nokakodash. We say that when apostles and elders agree with the well teachers or apostles in the truth, and we see salutations, so they are coming to the pushing one to truth, and sincerely, the in and the out, in the continuing season, we say, Shalom.